Much faster than last time.
right? Got all the kinks worked out, and welcome in to Drinks and Words by twice
What up?
in a while, in a fairly reasonable amount of time.
Time. Yes, yes, yes. You would
And we
think
have nothing to talk about,
we're
folks. That's the show.
yeah, that's so. Well, you would think that we're actually being responsible right now. Like, oh yeah, look, we got
Yeah, all
that
we
we
were
really have nothing else to do.
all we were worried about was just getting the show put together, not topics, not anything like that. Just
Nothing. No,
no, such is life.
just just a quick view of us. Hey. Uh, well, I mean, I actually canceled on us last week, but from what I saw, it was a good thing I canceled on us. You had a very eventful Friday.
Yeah. I went to the movies. I've been on a movie just tangent. Movies have really just kind of entered my life now. Just because for a few things, like out in Inglewood, there's really no nightlife after 10. There's a saying, nothing good after 10 happens in Inglewood. So a lot of things, it's
Who says this?
the Inglewoodians.
Yeah,
Ingans and the people from the wood and
the wood.
the wood. I think that's what we're going with, right? That's what we're calling Inglewood the Wood.
Yeah,
There was a movie
yeah,
based on it and everything like that.
yeah.
So I've just been hitting the movie, and I've been cheating on my old movie complex Cineopolis with this new one called Cinema West, only because again we are in like it's located next to all the venues, and so whenever there's a concert, there's a football game or just whatever have you, and right next to the Intuit Dome, um so whenever there's soccer, basketball, well, the World Cup is coming anyway, but whenever there's all that, it's just a mess.
Yeah.
It's and so I've had to be like, okay, I could go there sometimes. Basically, Wednesdays is a good day because nothing's really ever happening on Wednesday around that area for now until basketball starts. Um, the Wednesday is kind of a tough day for me. So I found this other place right by my job called Cinema West, which used to be an old ArcLight. I don't know how familiar you are with movie theaters and chains and stuff like that.
I remember the ArcLight. Well, I remember the ArcLight in Hollywood.
Yeah, and it's really nice. This one is really nice, and most importantly, there's like not that many people there. And I don't know how to feel about that because it's like I get this place all to myself, but I'm like now I'm worried it's gonna go under, you know?
Yeah.
So I've just been hitting the movies a lot. And the day of I went to see a concert and a movie, but that's kind of how my life is sometimes. And sometimes I just try to pack as much as I can in because it's a rarity that I get a Friday off. And so when I do, I'm like, oh man, what can I do this day to just make it really worth it? And so and it's right, and them this movie theater has a Pinks in it, so they have pretty good
Hmm.
chili cheese fries. And so I get chili cheese fries and then something, and then I've been going crazy. And then when I go to the movies, it's either caramel corn and always a root beer. I think I think the root beer is the perfect movie drink, but that's just
No,
me.
no,
Well, what are your
no,
thoughts on that?
no. Well, I mean, I am a nostalgia type of person when it comes to a movie. Like I get, if I get anything, no, one thing I will get above all else, an icy. Have to have an icy because I don't get them anywhere else. I don't even get Slurpees from 7-Eleven. But like an icy is just like the nostalgia, like of having that cold drink in the movie theater, and just like like being a kid, right? Enjoying a movie with your icing. At most, popcorn. Uh, I used to back before everything got so expensive. I used to put the chocolate chip cookie dough pieces in my popcorn.
What?
Yeah, sweet savory, sweet savory. So that was my go-to way back before everything's like I don't want to pay fucking. It's like buying a steak trying to eat it fucking trying to eat it at the movie theater. Uh, but then I used to have this thing where like I asked for the box on the side
That's a
so
pro
that way you
move.
can you gotta then you pour some of the popcorn out and then you can butter both because like when you have the bucket you can only butter the top and you're hoping that it drips down into everything. It just doesn't work. You gotta fucking switch. It's like half. Here's your half. Here's my half. You butter and salt as you wish.
Well, see, I have a pro tip for that because I get the bag, and then whenever I run out of the butter, I move it over to the Tapatio packets.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's too busy. That's too busy in the midst of a movie. It's just no, no. It's just you say you're losing focus.
For those watching, and for those not watching, you're missing out on the crucial. I love how David opens up the packet all nice, and you know, me, I'm an animal. I get it with my teeth.
The teeth.
Very animalistic, and just ah, drench it in like that.
Well, I just I don't need this the spill outs. You can't like you can only do that within the first act and a half, maybe somewhere in the second act. You can't lose focus in the third act. You're coming to the climax. You're coming to the end. You gotta by the third act, you should have all your snacks pretty much done and like,
Yeah,
all right, now it's all movie.
these are pro tips, ladies and gentlemen. These are pro tips coming from us right here at Drinks to Words by. And speaking of which, what are we drinking today, David?
The 7-Eleven water bottle.
Ah,
You know,
you don't have a pre-filtered water filter thing at home? That's a pro move. In order to do that, David just went a little offline really quick. I'm sure we'll get him back in a second. There he is, and just experiencing some technical glitches as always. But David's having water. I made myself some. Hold on, some iced tea with
nice,
lemon in it.
nice.
I cut up some lemons, put it in. Do you do iced tea and lemon?
I do nice to you, lemon. Uh, I'm a more of an Arnold Palmer guy. If I can mix it, but it's always weird because not everywhere just has regular iced tea and regular lemonade. Like some places have iced tea and then raspberry lemonade, or they'll have the light shit. So it's like you're mixing. It's like, I don't know what I'm getting here.
Yeah, I mess with. I do like the raspberry lemonade or the raspberry tea and lemonade.
Mm,
So that's pretty
yeah,
good.
but like
And
you
then,
go like to In-N-Out, it's pink lemonade, so they get like I
ah,
work
but
for
I
their pink lemonade.
but I do a lemon up. I do a lemon up.
Oh, lemon up, lemon up.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
how to
go.
do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how to do it.
Quick question: what was the movie you watched?
I
I
watched
forgot.
for that one. So I've been on a big movie kick. I kicked off that weekend with Jaws, the 50th anniversary,
Ooh,
and I've seen it on TV, but I've never seen it in the movie theater. And by watching it on TV, I mean just like on Channel 5.
yeah.
So I didn't get the full. aspect of the movie. So I finally saw it in the movie theater that day, and I'm so glad I did. It it has such a different tone when you can watch the thing entirety without commercial breaks, and as well as just they're like, oh, I never saw that part or whatever. Like when he kills the when spoiler alert, by the way, when Jaws kills one of the kids, like it never showed it. It just showed something else on TV. But on this one, you can real briefly see him jumping out of the water, or you just see something scary, like shadowy, get the kid, and you're like, what the fuck? You know? So yeah, it was really good, and it still holds up to this day. Like I'm still not going in the water. Like the only water I
Oh
will
yeah,
ever go in is a controlled environment like a pool.
the ocean is scary. Ocean is very, very scary. Fuck the ocean. I love how we try to explore space, but we can't. We won't explore the fucking depths of our ocean because there's no telling what the fuck is down there.
Exactly. Exactly. So the movie that I saw though that day, to kick off my Friday, because I saw Jaws Thursday night right after work, and it was only a limited release. It was only going to be there till like Monday or Tuesday. So I was like, I got to see it. I only have X amount of days, which is I kind of like that because it makes you like really say, okay, if I really want to see this movie, I actually have to make time. Not like how now like movies stay were like 3-4 months, which I'm not opposed to because I was able to catch F1 in the movie theater. And by the way, if you haven't seen F1, total movie experience. That's a movie where I will say I'm not a car fan or anything like that, but hearing the sounds of the engines, and just the way they did the track, the sound design is fantastic. So, um, that movie that I saw was apparently it debuted in 2023. The Toxic Avenger.
Avenger. I
Yeah,
heard that it took like 2 years to get like distribution.
yeah, yeah. So this film was made 2020 or put out in 2023, but it only played a few festivals, and then it was just looking for distribution. And if I guess it finally got it, and so and it was really confusing because I was like, wait, 2023? I'm like 2025. I'm like, is this a re-release? What the fuck is going on? So I had to do some research. But anyway, so I went to go see it because I did see again when I was a kid. I saw the
The
movie,
original Toxic. Yeah.
yeah, but on regular TV.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, all right, let's see this. And it has Peter Dinklage in it. And I love Peter Dinklage. Um, he's a really good actor. And the one that I saw though was it was like unrated or something like that, or uncensored. And I was like, "There's a censored one? What is going on?" So it was super gory, super fun, and I hope this gets some more traction. I've been kind of like looking at the box office and stuff, and it's not really doing
No,
well.
it was
Um,
never going to do well at the box office. You know that's going to be a streaming cult classic movie because that's what the original was. The original wasn't a fucking blockbuster. It was like you watched it on TV and you became a fan of the Toxic Avenger. So much so that they made a sequel where he went to Japan.
so I would
I
say
saw that one too.
yeah, I give it from a 1 to a 10, I gave it like a 7.5. You
Oh,
know,
nice.
yeah, it
But
was
for entertainment value, right? It's not. It's not Oscar winning. This is straight
yeah,
entertainment value.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Now that the day of Labor Day, I went back to go watch another movie, which is a movie that I've been dying to see, and it is called shit. I forgot the name of the movie. It's the horror movie. It's the horror movie that's out right now. I forgot what. Wait,
Bloodlines, fucking
no, no, that's. I did see
no
that on
destination.
TV though, on regular TV. Um,
Yeah, Final Destination's on HBO Max.
Weapons.
I just thought. Oh, I heard good things.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. Yes, dude, it is you because it's like a mystery, but it's like horror because you're like, why the fuck? How how the fuck did these kids leave? Like, what the fuck? Were they in on something? Like, and you're like, where the fuck are these kids? And it, I'm sure if you were what's that thing called? A parent. You would
Yes.
you probably feel more about this subject matter where I came in just like, oh, like okay, like
Hmm.
kids are lost. What are we gonna do?
What do we do?
But Josh Brolin is in this. He's remarkable. They have Julia Garner in it. She's really a great actress. And then they got this other guy who was like in one of the Marvel movies. The he's like Doctor Strange's like sidekick on it.
The Asian guy?
Yeah, the Asian guy.
Okay, yeah, I
And,
know. I
and
don't. Yeah.
but
Sorry, I'm
that's
not
how
trying
we
to be
all know
racist.
him as. Oh, the Asian
Yeah,
guy from.
Asian guy.
So yeah, it was really good. And then it just like at the beginning it's like a mystery, and then the second half it starts ramping up, and then it starts like shit starts getting even weirder. And then at the end, when like not before the end, but like when they kind of give you the okay, this is what's really happening. You're like, oh shit, okay. And then just the last 20 minutes is just a ride. And that is my only critique. It's like, man, they should have just kind of left it. I don't know, because when they finally reveal everything, you're just like, oh, So I don't know. It was a good movie though. It's a solid 8. It's a solid 8, and I
All
would
right,
tell people if you haven't seen it, you got to go see it. It's whereas Toxic Avengers, I'm like, it's good, but you can wait on streaming, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah,
this one's definitely like go check it out. Definitely go check it out. I'm not a horror fan, but again, it kind of like music. Me and music and movies are the same. Where I celebrate all genres, and if it piques my interest, I'll go support it.
I get it. Yeah, no. Speaking of Peter, is it Dinklage? Dinklage?
Peter Dinklage.
Dinklage. I've been watching the new season of Dexter, and he's in it.
Mm.
He's a little bit of a psycho in that one. So yeah, he's come a long way. He was in that movie with Josh Brolin. I don't know if you've seen it, Brothers.
No, I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, it's on Prime Video. It's called Brothers, and they're brothers, I think. And you should check it out.
Spoiler
You
alert.
should check it out. Spoiler alert. It's actually pretty funny. It's a pretty funny movie. I think you'd find some joy out of that one.
He does kind of look like Josh Brolin in a way. Now,
When
now
Josh
that I'm
Brolin has like the full beard and everything, they're all weird.
for sure, I'm just kind of imagining that right now. Um, Man, something crazy. You lived in an apartment complex, right?
Yes.
And man, something weird has been going on where we have a trash can for everybody, or a dumpster for everybody for trash, and then a dumpster for everybody for recycling. And
Okay.
they haven't taken out the recycler in 3 weeks. And so I've been saving my recycling here in my house, and everybody else just doesn't give a fuck. This thing looks like Mount Sarabachi. It's just like piled up, and people just keep on throwing more on there. I'm like, guys, like they're not gonna take when they do decide to take this, they're not gonna take it because this thing is piled fucking to the moon.
Have you talked to the your HOA?
No, I need to. I need to be, but
Yeah, because somebody has to be in charge of that, right? Somebody has to make a call.
yeah, but here's the thing, right? Regardless if you're HOA or not, you have to throw the trash. So you're going to see that, right?
Yeah,
And so why wouldn't you make a call regardless? Why wait?
true.
Why wait for everybody? I just my big thing about the HOA here is there's no transparency. There, it's just that they don't send out a mass email that says, "Hey, this is what's going on with the trash. We're working on it." Nope, just everybody's in the dark. And it's like, we talked about this before where I should be I was thinking about joining the HOA, but the thing about that is it takes time. And it's voluntary. There's no rewards for
Yeah,
it,
there's no benefit.
there is no benefit whatsoever in joining the HOA, which is good and it's bad. You know what I mean? So it's good because if it shows that you're part of the community, that you're really trying to do something, but it's bad because like there's really no incentive to join the HOA other than more gray hair. And so
I
yeah, so
feel
I'm
you
like
that.
oh my god, why should I do that, especially when I only realistically have weekends off, and realistically not even that, because Sunday I have off, but I go into work early. So it's like I have really up at up until like 7 o'clock to be doing something on a Sunday,
Yeah.
and then it's off to bed for me, and then I work Friday nights. So really, my only true day for anything is Saturday, and especially with football, which I know we'll get into in a couple minutes and stuff like that. That just takes up my entire Sunday, especially because I'm a season ticket holder for the Chargers. So yeah, so that's going to be its own can of worms and stuff like that. So
Well, I
I,
mean, so you instead of being the HOA person, you can be the HOA bugger. Be that person like,
oh,
hey, yeah, why not?
the
Be the
pest,
Karen.
the pest, the HOA pest.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I was just telling somebody the other day is I am so like considerate. Well, everybody's throwing their recycles and just fucking whatever. I'm like holding all my recyclables and I'm waiting for the right moment for them to take out the trash. Then I'm like, okay, now I'll put all my recyclables in and do the right thing. And a buddy of mine lives right by SoFi, and he's like, look, dude, just stay a game. Come to my apartment complex. I'll save you a spot. You know, and you could park there. You could walk to the stadium. It's super close. It's like 3 blocks away. He's like really close. He's
Oh,
like,
that's very close.
yeah, he's 3 blocks away. He's like, then you could just park, save you parking, and then you could just leave. You know what I mean? And I go, no. I'm like, I will not take you up on that as much as I love you and thank you. I could not do that because I'm thinking about all the other residents that live there. And I just took one spot away from them. That's how considerate I am. I know that sounds crazy, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I could
I
just,
mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if he's saving a spot, I mean, he's saving a spot. It's only 8 weeks out of the year.
yeah, yeah. But again, when I could just bike, which by the way, I just found a bike route that shaves off 20 minutes
To the stadium?
to the stadium. I couldn't believe it. I've been I don't know what I've been doing, but I've been taking a very luxurious route to the stadium. And so when I was going to that concert, right next to the forum, right next to the stadium. I was like, I wonder. I wonder if I'm taking the right route. I've been doing this route for about almost 2 years now, and I was just like, I wonder if there's like a faster way. And so I looked it up, and sure enough, the route that it showed me, it said it said I could be there in 16 minutes, and I was like, bullshit. I'm like, it takes me 45 minutes to get there. There's no way. And I timed myself, and I got there in 25 minutes. And I was just like, oh my god.
What have I been doing with my life?
I know. So like, and that was the other thing too. And my buddy's name is Eric, and I'm like, look, Eric, I'm like, as much as I do, I appreciate you saving the spot. I'm like, this is an extra like cardio day for me. You know, it's like I could sneak it in by biking. But again, I did find that that little bus route, for $2 that'll take me to the stadium, take me back, and it's all away from the traffic. And even where my car is parked, I wouldn't really see any signs of traffic going back home. So I got options.
Yeah, just yeah.
And I still got I still got a couple weeks left until my first home opener, which this is kind of on sports, but not really on sports. But I want to get your take on this. Is I've been contemplating buying uh, a radio receiver, but for like a headphone radio receiver, like a headphone radio, so I can listen
Like
to the game and watch it.
no,
Why?
no.
I tried doing it on the phone, but the delay was just like 30 seconds.
So you want the commentary while you're watching the game?
Yes.
I feel that defeats the purpose. I feel like you're like the whole point of being there is to interact with the people around you and enjoy the game
Whoa.
and talk
Interact
shit.
with people.
Couple thousand there. I mean, you gotta get one.
I'm there to watch a game, okay? This is just like the people that try to start the wave. I hate those people, you know? I am here to watch this game, not to have fun. I'm there on business. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
whenever I'm watching a game. I paid a lot of money to be here to watch millionaires play a sport.
yeah. I paid. Well, you didn't pay that much money, honestly.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, but it's standing room only. You know,
It is
30 bucks. Greatest investment of my life.
seriously. No, I mean, I if you want, then do it. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I personally, I feel like it's kind of counterproductive of being at the game, enjoying all the sounds and stuff. I mean, how else are you going to hear if there's a fight behind you?
Um, well, hopefully the security guard will let me know. Like, excuse me, sir, there's a fight happening.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. I told you about the fight when I was at the national championship game, right?
Hmm.
And I even told security ahead of time, because I wasn't there for security. I was there for something else, and I'm like, hey, you should check these guys out. They're about to fight. Sure enough, like 10 minutes later, they're fighting. And I'm like, told you. I mean, you can see it a mile away.
I mean, as much as I love sports, you mix alcohol with two people that are of two different teams, and that are passionate, and it's not going to go very well.
No. So apparently, the Seahawks are going to start implementing undercover cops into stadiums to keep an eye for Rudy fans and and start seeing if people are doing things and all this shit. So
On
which
all
I think is a good
stadiums,
idea.
on all.
Just right now,
I'm a
right now
Seahawk
it's Seattle.
police. This is Texas. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think you should have that implemented so that people fucking like are start when they start like talking shit. Like I remember I was at a Dodger game, and I'm not a
Yeah,
fan. And I was just there watching the game, and these guys were talking shit to this Cardinals fan who was next to his kid who's like 8 years old, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like he's with his kid. Let him enjoy the game. He's not doing anything to you. It's an 8-year-old. Like how are you talking shit to an 8-year-old? It's fucking Dodger fans.
I know. We're the worst. I don't know if we're the worst. I'm trying to
I don't know if
think.
you're the worst, but it's like when you're the combination Dodger, Raider, Laker fan, then you're the worst.
That's the holy trinity of
Yeah, it's like
worst
well,
fan.
I mean, you can intertwine the Dodgers, the Raiders and the Cowboys, but that's like the holy trinity of fucking hate fans.
There you have
And
it, folks.
I know a lot of you are fans of those teams. I'll eat it. Come on, hit me in the comments.
Send us an email, drinkswordsby at
Yeah, yeah.
gmail.
It's, send the hate messages. I don't care because deep down it's true. It may not be you, but it's somebody in your family.
Yeah. Uh, you know, uh, Venues. Let me talk about this really quick because, I've been getting the concert bug, and I'm going to a few concerts in the next couple months. One, of course, at the Forum, which is a great place for concerts, and the other is going to be at the YouTube Theater, which is located in SoFi, which I've never been, but I'm excited to go. And just recently, this little known band called Oasis, very obscure.
Hmm.
They're playing.
I might have heard of him.
Yeah, they're. Do you like them? Are you
I mean, I don't go out of my way to listen to them, but I probably won't change the station if they're on.
So they're playing the Rose Bowl 2 dates, and tickets are outrageous, outrageous. Okay, and I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, Albert, you spent $400 to watch Lionel Richie, and I will say this: I spent $400, but it was a 1,200 seat venue, right?
Intimate. It was intimate.
It was intimate. The Rose Bowl holds what, like 65,000, 80,000,
Somewhere around the line, yeah.
somewhere around there, right? And
Depending on how it's set up, yeah.
yeah, and uh, I saw $250 tickets like all the way in the back. Like nosebleeds are going for no less than $200. And that's not counting parking, which again, because I've been walking and stuff like that, I'm like, who pays for parking? You know what I mean? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Rosebow is very difficult not to not have to park there. Yeah. It's not
Y-
there's not a lot of area around there.
And they know. So
Yeah.
a half a mile from the Rose Bowl to park is going $200. Half
Oh
half a mile. A mile and a half is going for $80. And I'm like, after a concert, I do not want to walk a mile and a half. Like
no.
that's just, I don't know.
Uh,
That's asking too much for me. If I was in my
yeah.
younger years, maybe, but
No, I get it. Like you don't want to spend the same amount of money to be in the distance that you did for the like one person that you'd want to see above all else in an intimate setting.
yeah,
Yeah. So I get that. Like I said, for me, the only person there was like a AI generated Sade on tour thing that I saw, and I was
I
like,
saw that.
"Is this real?" Yeah, this is like, and they're like, I was like, "Nope, nope, no tour." I was like, "God damn it, damn you AI, you motherfuckers who putting that shit out there, getting me all excited." It's like I'm paying the ticket. I don't give a fuck it is, you know.
Would
So
you watch a tribute band, a Sade tribute band?
no, like what are we talking about? Are we talking about like they're at a bar and you know it's just like a fucking chilling or like concert wise, like I'm going to the amp in fucking Garden Grove.
Yeah, or like the Pacific Amphitheater. I know. What's that swap meet?
No, no,
They always do
I
tribute
am not
bands
doing
and
that.
stuff like that.
Yeah, like they do it at the Pomona Fair, like
Yeah.
yeah. No, I don't. No, nay, nay. I'm not doing a tribute band.
Say what you will, but
You have to.
sometimes tribute bands are okay.
I am not saying no. I had a great idea for a TV show on cover bands. It was called Covering America, and you had like six cover bands who had to race across America, starting from like New York or Philadelphia, and cut all the way to Hollywood, and whatever fucking band won would get to perform like at the Hollywood Bowl.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And they had to like sell their own albums and stuff along the way to keep money up and get and build their fan bases.
Well, they couldn't
So
sell albums, but they would have to sell merch because they don't
yeah,
own the rights to that music. So
you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, yeah, they'd sell their merch and their stuff, and and well, not all cover bands don't just do covers.
But that's why we're
But
there.
yeah, well, that's not. So I I get cover bands, and I'm not against cover bands, but I'm not going to go out of my way to go see a cover band. If I don't know somebody in the band, then I won't go. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
I know somebody in the band, okay, I'll go support. But no, especially Sade. No, I can sing No Ordinary Love myself.
Could you let's hear a little bit of that? Let's.
No, that's a nay nay.
Okay.
Not when I'm drinking the H2O.
Got it. Got it. Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Let's just get into the fantastic elephant in the room, sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Sports. We've
Exactly.
tiptoed around it.
Yeah.
Are the Chargers at home this week?
Yes and no. If by at home you mean Brazil, then yes.
Oh, they're in Brazil. I have friends in Brazil working the game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Tell them to get me either Justin Herbert or the kicker, Cameron Dicker's jockstrap or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I'll
they
get
could
right
get
on
that.
that one. Yeah, I'll get right on that one.
um, yeah. So it's a home game for the Chargers, but it's in Brazil. And I don't know if I talked to you about this or not, but right now there's a lawsuit that a bunch of Charger fans are taking the Chargers to court because they paid for that home game in their season tickets. But they're like, how are we paying for a game that we can't go
We don't
to?
get to watch. Yeah, that's fair. I'm completely fair. I'd be in agreement. I mean, I feel like that's an easy fix. It didn't have to go to court.
Right? But the from what I've read and everything like that, um the Spanos family is like being a season ticket holder isn't all cracked up, you know, for what it is to be a Charger fan. They really you know, diss them the wrong way. But this is what happened. In order to kind of mitigate things, what the Chargers are doing, and when we say the Chargers, of course, we're talking about the front office, not the players, because the players don't know. They're not,
Yeah,
they're
they're not involved with it.
yeah, they're not involved in the business side. Um, what they're doing is they're holding a big ticket only, season ticket holder only event at the Intuit Dome, where it's free for all. You have to get a special invite if you're a season ticket holder. I got one, but of course I work on Fridays, so I can't make it. But apparently they're going to be giving off raffling prizes and stuff like that for all the season ticket holders. and they're gonna be able to watch it on like the big screen there. So it's a little fan appreciation season ticket holder event for them.
Wait,
So
wait, wait, wait. On Friday or Sunday?
today,
The game's
today,
today?
yeah, it's on Friday.
Oh, I didn't know the game was today.
Yeah, yeah. It's now
Oh,
here. Now this is where it gets a little confusing because it's on YouTube for everybody except the local stations. Meaning, if you live in Baltimore, if you live in Cleveland, if you live in probably Oakland, I would say, or Vegas, you have to watch it on YouTube. However, if you live in Los Angeles County or if you live in Kansas City out there, um, it's on local TV for us because there are two local teams. So if they weren't
hmm,
local, then you would have to watch them on YouTube.
gotcha. Nice, very nice.
Yeah, and that's anytime like when the Chargers or the Rams play Thursday night and it's on Prime TV, Amazon Prime, it's still local for us. They have to play it for the local team. So that's a fun little fact going on there with the Chargers. And this is what I hate. This season starts off with divisions. Are the right at the get go. We play Kansas
Yeah.
City, and then we play the Raiders right after. So it's like division opponents at the very beginning. I can understand like after 4 games, then you play the division, and then you leave the division at the very end. That way at
What
least
they
you kind of
what
get
they
a rhythm.
well, I think that's what they do, right? They start the division early and then it ends with the division. I think it's just kind of like get out. I feel like it's a good way to start. I think here's the thing. One for one reason it's good that it's easy for scheduling. Very easy for scheduling. And two, it starts off like angst right away. You know what I mean? It's you have that build up, that hatred to start the season. So I think that's another reason, and I'm for it. I mean, the Browns are playing the Bengals. They're playing your cross fucking state rival. So meh, I'm okay with it. So you're not going to get to watch the game tonight?
I will. I will. I'll be working.
Oh, you
Um,
have it on there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna have it on. Now, here's the thing: I can have it on all the TV channels. I can have it. I can have all the TVs on it. This has been my biggest debate. It's gonna be on the main TV, the big TV that we have. But then I have 3 other little TVs, and I'm like, do I put it on all the TVs, or do I at least have at least one other? Because I could put on the Dodger game on one other TV. And this so yesterday I went, right, to go watch the opening season of football with the Eagles and the Cowboys, which we'll get into in just a second.
Yeah.
Um but they what I liked is they didn't play music. So you heard the commentary and I enjoyed that. But they had all the TVs on. And I'm like, man, there's a Dodger game happening right now. And this has been my only complaint about this place that I go to every now and then is when football's on, it just takes over. And they have all the games on. I'm like, dude, but the Dodgers, and so usually during the first in September, I'm really not there because I'm like on a Sunday because I'm like, oh, the Dodger game's on. That's why I got an extra TV at home so I could watch the Dodger game and the Charger game,
Yeah.
for, at the same time sometimes. But yeah, it just takes over the entire spot, which I get, but at the same time, like there's other sports happening, some coming to an end that are kind of important. I don't know why I had to say that, but yeah,
I I I mean, it depends on the angles of your TVs, right? If if you can get away with one game having the Dodger game, sure. I mean, you're in control. You're the key master. You know what I mean? So I would say as long as everybody else has a view of the football game, then you can have one with the Dodger game. If, depending on how the game's going, people might want to watch the Dodger game more than the football game, then you can fucking switch it around.
No, because that one's dedicated to one TV because it's on. Um, they don't have it. They don't have. So what I did was one of our TVs has a Fire Stick, a regular Fire Stick, and
Yeah,
so I uploaded my account to the MLB app so I could watch the Dodger game. So it's on a TV that's like the farthest from everybody, but I'm the only one that can really see it. And so I always put the Dodger game on that. So I could be like, oh, let me check out the Dodger game. Okay, now let me, you know, that's
nice.
that's kind of the secret, a secret that
Yeah,
of
that's a
mine.
secret. That's a secret.
Like, oh, can you
Nice.
move the Dodger game to? No, I can't. I'm sorry. It has to see on the
Unfortunately, no.
TV. Yeah, it's the only one with
The
that.
gift and the curse.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like because in order to set up the stupid Fire Stick, like it is launching a rocket into space because you have to put it on the Wi-Fi. It's not just stuck on that same Wi-Fi. You have to use the guest Wi-Fi, and the guest Wi-Fi, for some reason, when you put it on the guest Wi-Fi the first time, it kicks you out. And then you have to go back on again, and then it lets you stay in. It's
Yeah,
really odd, it's really weird, and not only that, when it kicks you out, it reboots the entire Fire Stick. So it's a process in order to do it. And so I tried to explain to somebody like, "Look, I would have to take this Fire Stick, and then it takes 30 minutes for me to just to watch this, just to watch the Dodgers. It takes 30 minutes pre-game just to get us to this point." So I'm like, "That's staying there. I'm never moving that." You know?
yeah.
Such a hassle. So, yeah. So then maybe that's what I'll do. I'll have all the TVs except for that one. Now, do I play the commentary or do I play music?
I'd go commentary. I'm always like, if you're gonna have the game, you want the commentary. You know what I mean? Because you want to feel it, especially with it being in Brazil. So you get like a different, the different commentary about the stadium, about the people. You get like, you might be getting chants because it's Brazil, so they might have some like soccer chants and shit going on.
Yeah. Yeah. That was always my like at night or whatever when the night bartender would come at the Cove. That was not necessarily a pet peeve, but that was always like, oh man, I gotta listen. Even when I'm watching the Dodger game, when I would go to the Cove, they would always have music playing on, and then I'd be watching the game, which it was cool, but I'm like, oh man, I really want to listen to the commentary on what's going on right now. The only person that was very legit was I think it was Cindy. She but she only allowed like one commentary, right, for like the main game, and
Yeah,
that we could listen to.
yeah, because she was a football fan, so
Yeah, yeah. That was always nice. Um, but anyway, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Uh, you know, Send us a slide in the DM. Email us drinkswordsby@gmail.com, what have you. So, the Eagles and Cowboys game. I missed the first quarter. However, I did see like 1,000 replays of people spitting.
of the spits. The
Of the
spit heard round
spit.
the Thursday. Yeah, that's gross. It's terrible. He should have been ejected, but I mean, it's the beginning of the game, dude. Like, how do you lose your cool that early in the game? That was stupid.
Yeah, and usually people have to pay for people to spit at them, but I guess not. So uh,
Did you unlock a new kink? What the fuck are we talking about here?
I remember this guy was talking to me, and he's like, Dak Prescott's such a little bitch. He got that guy ejected for spitting at him. It's like, what a little bitch. And I looked at him, I go, dude, he was being smart. if you could get a player out, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you
Yeah,
do that? I'm like, that wasn't being a bitch. That was being smart. Like, oh, I can eliminate this really good player for the game. Let's
yeah,
do it.
especially who it was that he got eliminated. Like he's their top defensive lineman, and he got ejected at the beginning of the game. So
Yeah.
it changed the entire game in favor of the Cowboys, even though they fucked it up with the receiver dropping all
Yeah,
those passes.
twice.
Like three times. The last one was a difficult catch, but ultimately he never should have. It never should have been in that position had he caught the other balls that he should have caught.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're getting paid millions of dollars to do one thing, and you didn't do that.
yeah, yeah. That man, I felt bad for that guy, but then I remembered that he's a millionaire, and then I was just like, well, oh well.
Yeah, like the outcome of that game should have been way different based on that player and what he should have done. I mean, I could pile it on to the Cowboy fans, but ultimately, you know,
It was a good
they
game
weren't
though.
supposed to pitch the game. It was a good game. It started off like nobody could play defense, and then the delay came, and then everybody's playing defense.
Yeah. Oh my
And then
god,
I'm
the
just like, all
weather
right,
delay. I was like, man, I was so tired, and I wanted to go home. But man, dude, a bunch of people came out for the first day of football. It was
oh yeah, football. The first weeks, especially when I used to work at that sports bar, dude. The first weeks of fucking football are just everybody has a chance, and as your team starts to lose, then you're like the crowds thin out. It's like Browns fans. Everybody's there the first 2 weeks, and then like we're 0-2. It's like, all right, I'm gonna stay at home now. Like, it's not worth the money.
well, not me. Like I always showed up for my team. For the Chargers, I always showed up, even when we sucked, even when we're like whatever. 'Cause I'm a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's a difference between being a fan and watching it at home and going out, say, oh, spending all that
Yeah,
money that you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. So the Dodgers, by the way, are on a crazy like slump right now, and I'm
I feel
cool
like
with
we just had this conversation of them slumping.
But dude, they lost again to a shitty fucking team. And I'm just like, "Oh my god, I thought they were going to get this out of the way." You know what I mean? But fuck, they lost against the Pirates, who's like a last place team, and they almost got swept. And
Mm,
I'm just like, "Guys, like I don't need this right now." They're barely hanging on to first by like 2 games. And which is why I'm like so like adamant about the Dodgers need to be on the TV right now, you know?
yeah,
So, um I just found
because
out that
you need to give them that good juju. Is that
yeah,
why?
yes. I just found out Caitlin Clark, she is going to be out for the rest of the season.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how
I
you
just
feel
heard that
about
too.
are you watching the women's basketball?
I am not watching women's basketball. I'm not opposed to women's basketball. All for, women's basketball. I'm not going out of my way to watch it. If somebody gave me some tickets, I'd go watch it. Uh, I don't know. It's not like I'm against women's sports. I just not fascinated with fucking. I don't go to NBA games. Why would I? Why am I going to my way to watch fucking WNBA games?
Yeah, I've been wanting to check out the Angel FC, the women's soccer team. We
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been wanting to check it out. From what I hear, we just had a player get transferred or whatever to the Chelsea team. So like,
Oh,
yeah, so I'm like, oh man, our players are valuable. They're doing good. So and it doesn't help that Natalie Portman does own them as well, part owner. So that would I would run into her. She would fall in love with me, of course.
of course.
And then I'd
That's
close the
crazy.
pod. Like, sorry,
Yeah, inevitable. It's
yeah.
just inevitable.
I have to spend as much time with Natalie Portman as possible. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You know what? I would accept that. I would understand that. I'd be okay with it.
Oh man, speaking of which, I fell in love with a, I want to say a robot, maybe. Maybe it was a guy. I don't know.
Wait,
Um
wait. Okay, go. I'm just wrapping my head around what you just said, so I need more.
it finally happened. I matched with somebody on the internet, right? And this is how I know it was fake, because she matched with me. She's like, "Oh yeah, I like you," and I'm like, "This can't be real. This can't be real. No girl, no one would ever do this, right?" And not only
Oh,
that,
you've matched before though.
yeah, but always like me, you know what I mean, being the forerunner. You know what I mean? Um,
Okay.
this was different, and then her pictures. She is so beautiful, like ridiculously beautiful. Where I'm just like, this can't be real. This can't be real. I showed some people her photo, and they're like, "Man, she is beautiful. She this is fake. There's no way she would be into you." And I'm like, "I know, right?" We're all laughing about how a beautiful woman would never fall in love with me. It's pretty hilarious, you know. And you
Has
would,
she asked you? Has she asked you for like an Apple gift card?
well, here's where it gets crazier. So we're talking, right? And she goes, "Hey, why don't we move to," or no, she didn't even say move. She's like, "Let us proceed to Telegram." And I'm like, "Let us proceed." Like, what?
No.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck talks
No.
like this? And I'm like,
No.
"What the fuck is Telegram?" So I go on there, and and this is the other thing. She only talked to me like late at night, right? And it kind of felt like penthouse letters or something like that, where it's like, I can only do this at night in the dark. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, no.
And her responses were always 20 minutes later, and here I am, like half asleep because I wake up early, and but we're finding like, and I'm like, she's really nice though. Like, whatever, the bot, I don't know what, I still don't know if this person was real or not. But they were really nice to me and really sweet. And I was like, man, these people are really sweet. And she's like, "Oh, do you like giving gifts?" And I'm like, I'm like,
There it
I'm
is.
I go, I don't give gifts out. But when I do give them, I'm like, I don't give you what you want. I'm like, I get you what you need type of gifts. I'm like, that's kind of me. And I go, and anytime I've ever given a gift, it's always been 100% accurate. It's always been like every people are pretty genuine about, like, "Oh my god. Like, thank you. This is actually something that I needed or whatever." And so she's like, but she was cool with it. She's like, "Oh yeah, cool, cool." So then I'm finally like, "Hey, we should meet." I'm like, "Let's just meet, and see what happens." She's like, "Okay, sure." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I told her, I found a place right in the middle of what she's like, in Pasadena or something like that. And I found this really cool spot. It's a coffee shop in LA, right by the river. Really nice. I'm really pissed that I anyway. So the day of, I'm like waiting, and she never texted, never telegrammed, never did anything, right?
Um,
And I'm just like waiting, because I was like, do I leave? Do I go there? And I'm like, I'm gonna wait. I'm like, because she has to telegram me. She has to say something, right? And so the next day, she texts me at night, and we're talking, and then she's like, "Well, what happened on Sunday?" And I'm like, "I was waiting for you to text me." I'm like, "We confirmed and everything," but I'm like, "But you never. I told you the place. I told you everything, but you never confirm back that you're like, yes, let's meet there. And so she says she was sorry or whatever, and then we start talking again. And then I'm like, okay, I'm like, when's your next day off? She's like, I have Wednesday off. I was like, okay. I'm like, let's meet at this spot. I'm like, I found another spot. I'm like, it's in your neighborhood in Pasadena. I will drive there. Let's meet. Let's do this. And she's like, she never responded. And so on Wednesday, the day of that morning, I'm like, hey, I'm texting you to make sure that we're still on for today. Silent. And then I finally was like, you know what? I just deleted that app. I deleted her. And I was like, she had to have been fake. I'm like, she's, we tried to meet. It didn't happen. I'm like, I was going to do one more time, 3 strikes you're out rule. But
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm striking myself off, you know. And so that's kind of my quick romance story with maybe a bot, maybe a man, maybe a woman. I don't know.
I don't think it was a bot, but I don't know who it was. It was not that person. So you guys actually never exchanged phone numbers. You guys were everything was on.
Yes.
Yeah, no. They're not willing to give you phone numbers. That it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah. So but it was a quick, little romance. Um
If you will. So let me is you guys didn't have any telegram sex like text sex?
no, no,
No, why
David.
not?
No. I mean that we
I'm a gentleman.
yes. And I mean we only been talking for maybe like a week and a half. You know what I
Uh,
mean? I just wanted to meet this person, like let's just meet and let's just see if we vibe, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it was
I'm
it was
sorry, sir.
it's cool.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess for me. I guess I'm looking at it like you got attention, and that's cool. It's always nice to get attention, right? So, I mean, it should. Does that make you want to try more or try less?
No, it makes me just stay the course
Copy.
of just keep on going and I'm like, but it just shows you what's out there is that you just don't know. You don't know if the person that you're talking to is real or
Yeah.
not. And it's like
That's
I've been
yeah.
lucky the very few times. This has been my first not bad experience, but like odd experience with trying to date
Yeah.
somebody.
Did you? Okay, so did you delete the whole dating app or just
Uh
that Telegram thing?
just that Telegram thing. Because
Ah, okay.
because I'm like part of me like fantasized. I was like, I'm gonna delete it, but I'm gonna leave this app open, the dating app that we both matched on. That way, if she was really real, she'll go back to that app, find me, and tell me she's sorry, and then we meet, and then complete
Happily ever
romance.
after. Yeah.
Exactly,
Happily ever
exactly,
after.
exactly, exactly. So, which by the way, spoiler alert, hasn't happened.
Hasn't happened. I mean, little
Um,
does she know you're a season ticket holder.
what do you think is the first thing I told her? Hey, do you like going to Charger games? I'm a season ticket holder. That's number one thing you do, dude.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, standing room only.
Yeah,
No
stay
chairs,
room.
standing. Oh, let's finish off sports. By the way, Notre Dame. Oh my God. Uh, I
Tough
we
loss.
call college sports. It was a good game. It's like the first quarter they didn't understand what was going on, and
Yeah,
then they were down, and then all of a sudden it finally clicked for them. And so our both our O line and our D line demolished. I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna do? So it's gonna be an interesting season for Notre
yeah,
Dame, but Ohio State, you know, they came out guns a blazing.
yeah. Well, not guns a blazing. They played. If you look at it for what it was, they played the smartest game they could have played for opening up with the number one team in the nation. Uh, they put the quarterback in positions not to make mistakes. They didn't try to sling it all over the field and then get picked off and lose confidence. They kept it short. They kept. I mean, outside of he would have thrown like 100%, and the receivers were dropping balls. Uh, and the defense just fucking those lights out. I mean, they played solid against who was supposed to be like the number one quarterback, one of the Mannings. So very happy. We got a couple easy games for the next couple weeks till we start getting serious again. We are playing Grambling States tomorrow. Super excited about that one.
We,
Playing in
we
HBCU.
yeah, we are playing nobody this week, and then next week we play again. So I like the way the schedule is lined up, only because I got some things this weekend that I got to go do. So, generally for me, I don't know about you, but I mean, my teams like right now, especially September and then October, which October is like sports Narnia because every single sport is happening all at once in October, and so that's when my time is just it's non-existent because my teams get me. You know what I mean? They all my time goes
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah,
So
I'm actually very busy. I'm very busy coming up. I leave the 25th for Denver, and then on the 1st from Denver I go to Austin, and I don't get back here till like the 13th. So I'll be gone for like almost 18 days. So luckily I have like 20 pairs of underwear. So
you don't take the right like 18 days.
no, 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 no. I make sure I have at least one or two over for just in case.
You know what? That's a pro move. I do that. I usually do one over for everything, but
Yeah.
one over like one shirt, one extra sock, one extra underwear. Um, what else? One extra. My where I screw myself is my pants or shorts. You know what I mean? Because
How so?
it's usually the right amount. If it's a
Well, yeah. I mean, because I mean, I interchange. I don't have like 18 pairs of shorts because I have to pack. I see. The thing is, I have to pack smart. Like I'm packing now, starting to pack now to see what I need and don't need exactly because it's two different types of shows. I'm gonna do a show where I'm in a suit, so now I have to take my suits with me, and then I go to Austin where I'm in shorts fucking every day because it's fucking hot and I don't, so it's a tough one. It's a tough one because I have to bring long socks for the pants and the dress pants and stuff like this, and then short socks for all my shorts and stuff I'm doing in Austin. So it's a tough pack for me because you get you got to check one bag and then you got to the carry on. So I got to make sure I have everything perfectly fit.
well, not only that, but you have to spread load it because what happens if your checked bag gets lost?
And I am a fool.
Things to
I am a
think about.
fool.
And that, ladies and
Well, that's
gentlemen,
why that's why that's why we that's why we do the underwear and socks and the carry on. So that
yeah,
was usually like at least I got that.
and that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our fantastic sports segment.
I love
Uh,
our sports segment.
last call for topics. Anything you want to talk about?
Um, are you a fan of the phone sex?
I'm a fan of sex. I'm a fan of the phone. I've never combined them
Hmm.
together, only because I've 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 never met somebody that I don't know. I've never had the opportunity.
I only
Much
bring this up because I was like,
That's
because you had the Telegram thing, and I was like, that's why I asked about that. And like thinking about like phone sex, like, you know, I travel a lot, so the wife and I, have to have the phone sex. But like sometimes it's like we were having this discussion. I'm like, phone sex is cool, but not all the time. And it's just like I'm like I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that. Like you can't have phone sex like every day. Like I'm
yeah.
gone 18 days. Having phone sex every 18 days straight is a little like kind of takes away from
I
it in
don't
my
know.
mind.
It depends if you have a high libido or not. You know what I mean?
But the thing is like it's it's like advanced jerking off. Right? It's advanced masturbation. But like it's not the real thing. So it's like sometimes you just kind of masturbation is just kind of like sometimes just like I need to pop one off. You're not like overly like I got an urge. Meh. Sometimes it's just the feeling to get it done, right? You don't. I don't know about you. Do you like go through a whole masturbation spiel? Like, do you have like this whole like the candles thing? Knowing you, probably.
Uh, you know, it just happens at random. Because ever since I stopped drinking, my libido has just gone through the roof.
Yeah.
It's actually out of control.
Yes, I've noticed that too in my less drinking. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a problem, needless to say. But sometimes sometimes it's just a a uh this is a business type transaction. Sometimes it's a pleasure transaction. It just depends on when it
What
happens.
and that's the thing. It's like, it's like you say, I like it. It's a business transaction. Sometimes it's just a business transaction. You don't want to go through the rigmarole of fantasy and all that stuff. And it's like I was trying to have this conversation, like, hey, you know, I enjoy the phone sex, but it's not like every phone call needs to become that, or every moment, like pleasure moment, has to be that. It's just because sometimes you just want to kind of save some of that for the real thing. Because if you're not getting the real thing, so it doesn't. It's like
But at
pretending
the,
that you're doing it. It just okay.
but at the same time, what about their sex drive? What about their libido? You know what I mean? They may have a higher libido than you, and they may need
And I
that.
get that. And sometimes she fucking does, and I'm not gonna say no. It's like you know, that's the gift and the curse of the multiple orgasms for women. You know, once we're done, we need a minute. I am not fucking 21 anymore. I don't recover with the same vigor that I did then.
Right.
I need a moment. I need some orange juice. I'm parched. So I don't know. I was just I didn't know if you'd had phone sex before. I know it's been a minute for any sex, so I
Yeah.
just wanted to kind of get your take. Because remember, there used to be phone lines for this shit. They
Yeah.
used to charge you fucking like $4 a minute to talk to somebody just to have phone sex. I'm like, people nowadays are so fucking spoiled.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to watch scrambled titties. Now it's in the palm of your hand.
Is it in the palm of your hand? I mean, aren't you?
I mean, double entendre.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Um, kind of speaking of which, but I ran into a person, and they're joining the military, the Navy specifically. And this guy introduced me. He's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, this is my niece's boyfriend, and he's gonna be leaving in like a month or two to the Navy." And we're talking. I'm talking about life in the military, and I gave him some advice, but it was like real advice, and it was advice that I don't know if I should be giving. So I'm gonna tell him what I told you, or I'm gonna tell him, and you know
You're
what I
gonna
mean.
tell me what you told him. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And I told him, like, I go, quite honestly, I'm like, you're gonna be in the Navy, and I'm like, I was on ship for a few months, and it was a great time. I literally got to see the world, but my only advice that I would give you is don't have a girlfriend. Don't don't get married. The your first contract, just don't be with anybody. I'm like, because you're gonna be away a lot, and it's not fair to them, and it's not fair to you. And I go, definitely don't get married. Definitely don't get married. Wait, because again, you're gonna be gone this entire time. Don't think that you're just gonna be at home and then every on the weekends you're gonna come home and play fucking funhouse. I'm like, you're not. I'm like, you're gonna be. I'm like, especially with this administration. I'm like, you may never come back. You may never come back home. Like, and it's not worth it. He kind of looked at me like I was being a dick. I don't know, but that was like my 100% assessment, and that's what I tell a lot of people that join the military. I'm like, don't get married right away. I'm like, don't, I'm like, if
Yeah.
anything, just be single.
Yeah, because I think what people were getting married like before they deployed because then they get like extra benefits and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and it was just like you fucking yourself over in the long run. Like it's really not for your benefit. Um, I mean, I think you should become a recruiter. That should be the real recruiting. Like, there's the real message. Be single all that you can be in the army.
I think I would be a real good recruiter. Um, but the thing about recruiting is finding the right person, finding the right candidate. And by that, not meaning like going and because it's a lot of a numbers game. But a lot of people have a fantasy of the military, but it's telling them like, hey, this is what it's gonna be like, and this is my advice. And you get a lot of people that back out, they're like, oh, I'm gonna do it. And then they it's edging, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, I'm about to say no, I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it you know and so it's frustrating, especially in the military, because a lot of again, it's all a numbers game. They have to make x amount of quota per month. And if they don't get that quota, they have to be working overtime. It is a tough job, and I really do think that it should be privatized, you know, to an extent where they hire people to get people, but like all their questions are going to be answered, every now and then, by somebody in the military, with an experience. But again, the military is what you put into it. That experience is per individual. What I got into it was something different than somebody else, because I know so many people that hated being in there. And as much as I
Yeah,
loved it, I knew it wasn't for me. That's why I only did like one enlistment. I loved it, I enjoyed it, but I knew that it just wasn't for me. I when I and I don't mind, and that's the thing. I didn't mind my time in, because while I was in, I got some really good benefits. I got met a lot of great people, but I knew that this wasn't for me. And that's how I would kind of go with recruiting as well. It's like, look, just do 4 years. If you do 4 years, you're going to get your college paid for. You're going to get a bunch of benefits. And most importantly, you can get a house, you know? And if you like it after that 4 years, then re up. If you don't like it, then leave. But you got a solid foundation with this, and that would kind of be my spiel. And I know a lot of people are hesitant, but I'd be like, dude, get the fuck out of your house. Do not live in your house. That's holding you back. This is going to
Yeah.
show you what the world is, and show you what responsibility is, and it's crazy to think that 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds have such responsibility in the military in their first enlistment. And the responsibility only just goes up and up the more times that you rejoin. So, yeah, yeah, it's definitely a different life, and I think a lot more people would have a much more appreciation for what they have by doing it. And anyway, that's a I went off tangent, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's just a spiel. Um,
Oh, I get it. I get it. Cool. Any more topics?
topic yes, but no. I would be remiss if I didn't mention a friend of ours, Dr. Marco, who passed away very recent, and yeah, man, it I mean took me, and I hate the fact now that anytime I call you, by the way, David, you're like, who died? Because
Yeah.
for this year, three people now have passed that we know, and I had to call
Yeah,
you.
we know. Yeah. 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 You were my lifeline to that information, but it's just like for you to call me and then like you're like, are you can you talk? And I'm like, what's wrong? Like it's not like, hey buddy, how you doing? I miss you. It's like I'm like, all right, what happened now? And it's I mean, I'm glad you called me. I'm glad you give me the information, but yeah, it's shitty. Marco was a really cool guy. I know it's it's weird that like that life that we were a part of for so long is like slowly just kind of like diminishing, right? I mean, is there a better term for me to use?
I mean, no, I mean you're absolutely right though, and
Yeah.
for three people this year alone
Yeah.
is like I'm just in shock, but
And it's honestly all within 6 months.
because it started in February,
All
right?
within
It started in February.
no, it happened in March.
Was it for Kuko?
Yeah. Yeah. Google was in March. Uh
Min
Min was in June?
June?
May. No, May. It was May and then now.
Yeah,
So
August.
7 months? Six, 7 months?
Jeez,
Yeah.
jeez. So yeah. So anyway, so it was shocking to hear the news. This weekend I will be in the area as they're doing a little thing for him. Um, which odd. They're doing it on a Sunday, and I was like, well, I'm so
Opening day of football.
yeah. Like read the room, guys. Do it on a Saturday anyway. But I was like, well, I'm lucky my team plays on Friday, so it's like not that I don't have a lot invested, but I was like, at least I won't have to worry about like that or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but I'm going, and I'm going to see Yachty and give
Yeah.
her my condolences and stuff like that. So anyway, we just had to mention that and give him his couple minutes,
Yeah.
as we will do with you guys to our fans. If we hear of your passing, we will talk about you.
Then we will we will honor you on the show
Yeah,
as only we can.
yeah. You know what's funny is I was remembering you lived with like I lived with Dr. Marco. You lived with Dr. Marco at the same time
Very
for like
briefly.
like
Yeah,
a
very briefly.
quick
Yeah.
moment. Um, I lived in the back house. You lived in their house and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That was Marco, though.
that was Marco, man. Marco was a good guy. He was a good friend. He was always just inviting, you know, always knew everything.
Yeah.
Always knew
You
everything.
you want to know about the best place? I would be talking to somebody and say, "Oh yeah, this place is good." Then he would always, what's a better place? He always had the better place, the better recommendation. I was like, "Come on, Marco. Like, we
Yeah,
just have this."
just jump in. Good times.
Yeah. One of the things I keep on remembering of him was he would tell me about this thing called a fichero. It's like, you need to go to a fichero. I'm like, what the fuck is a fichero? He's like, it's a bar where you pay women to talk to them. And I'm like, why the fuck would I want to go to a bar and pay women to talk to me?
Wait, what's that bar in West Covina across from City Hall? Is it the Galaxy Bar?
Yes.
Isn't that one of those?
Is it? I went in there
I
one
wanted to,
time. I went in there one time. I was waiting on. I forgot who I was waiting for, and I was like, "Hey, let's try this bar." I've never. I was like, "I've seen it. I passed by it. I've never checked it out." And I walked in there, and we just had like, I forgot who I was meeting. We walked in there, and then it just had a weird vibe to it, and then we just like
yeah,
walked out.
yeah. I heard it's one of those bars where, you get a peek of the women. So, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not going in there. I'm not going to that bar.
I will. I will.
So,
Yeah, I will talk to women the old-fashioned way
the
by
fashion way.
yes, by going on some obscure app and hoping that they're a woman. Okay.
I really hope she's a woman.
Yeah. In my head, she was. In my head, she was.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe
It's funny because, like, when me and her were talking, I was, you know, that was like our first week, and I was talking to her, and I'm like, dude, I just found out Dr. Marco passed away. She was like very consoling and very like she was like really there for me for that moment. It was really it's really odd. I mean, in a good way, but I was like, man, that's why I'm not like really mad or anything like that, with her or whatever, or with
it.
whatever.
She was he was an outlet.
Yeah,
It was an outlet.
yeah, very consoling, very just, you know what I mean. They really were there for me.
Yeah. Oh AI, how I
Yeah,
miss you.
AI more like AL, you know what I mean. Oh, guys, did you enjoy the show? Did you miss us? Well, if you did, guess what? We do have a donation button. Go ahead and log on to drinkswordsby.com and go ahead and make a donation. Throw us a few fazools. We'd really appreciate it. And for any episodes that you've missed, you could check us out on all of the digital streaming platforms, DSPs, as the kids say. And there you can catch our catalog. I think we're like up to 188, 100 and something like that. Uh, Episodes. So there's a lot to catch up
Ooh,
to. For the back catalog, of course, log on to drinkswordsby.com and you can download them or whatever from there and catch up. We're almost at 100 webisodes as well. So
nice.
we're reaching a mark where we're gonna hit 100 webisodes and then 200 pods. Not soon, but we're inching
It's in the
closer
works. It's
to
in
it.
the works.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you meet Natalie Portman and then it's over.
Well, I mean, then I'll be like, look, NP, check this out. We gotta wait, like, you know, let me just hit 200, and then after that, it's I'm calling it.
Yeah. Then it's all you. It's all
Yeah,
you.
it's all you, baby. It's all you. She's like, no, it's not.
Nice.
I was the person on Telegram. That was secretly me.
No.
You were supposed to be me. Oh, last what, is that all the
Final
plugs?
cheers.
Yeah, the
Final
final
cheers.
cheers. Final cheers. David, what are we cheersing to this week?
I mean, I think we're just going to keep it simple, right? I think we both have the same cheers uh, to a great guy, to a friend, to a guy who will be missed, to Marco.
Yeah. And my cheers will be on upon that sentiment, but I will add to his family, to Yachty and his children, Max and Marcel. Um, our heart goes out to you guys, and cheers to you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh man, I hate to leave on such a downer note, but
I don't know.
you know,
Sometimes that's what it is, right?
yeah, as much as life. So go out, guys. Celebrate your loved ones, and if you don't have loved ones, celebrate the football. Celebrate sports. Go out and have a great time and
Go live
live life.
yourself.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Go get all your stuff checked out, and we'll be back. I don't know when, but we'll be back when we can.
We'll be back.
And that's gonna wrap it up for this edition of Drinks Towards by David. Kick him out.
Thank you, everybody. Be safe getting to where you need to be, and go love the people that you need to love. Bye.
Later.